Hello, I'm back in my Disneyland toy box along with the Lone Ranger. And today I'm going to build the Frontierland Shooting Gallery, which is going to sit right out over here. I'm going to do both the build and the logic for it in this episode because the logic is so simple that it doesn't need a separate video. We're going to begin by adding a little bit of extra terrain here on the back side of this. And I've already styled this based on the style I used in the last video, which is the Carburetor County style. So we're going to place those two blocks there like that. And then I've placed a few additional toys out here just to save me from scrolling. So this is from Building Sets Group 4. It's the Fantasyland platform. And I've got a roof piece from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. It's the roof wedge from the same drawer. And then from Building Sets Group 3, we have the white railing. And these are Woody's Roundup Critters from the decorations drawer. And the decorations drawer is just takes forever to scroll through that, so that's why I did that. So we're going to start with the Fantasyland platform. We're going to put this right out here on the corner of that. And my goal here is to try to build something that's going to fit in with the western buildings that are around it. I don't want it to look out of place. And so the kind of subdued style of this I like. We're going to go ahead and place 3 of these, followed by 1 like that. All right. And then we'll go down to the blocks drawer, pick up this long block. We're going to put this over here next to the building like that. And I want to style this to use the Wood 1 theme. I'll set that to be my theme. We're going to place down 3 of these, like so. And you may have already noticed, because we have this one over here turned like this, this is actually going to end up sticking out the back by a block, and that's okay. That's not a problem. Alright, so on the back side of this, we'll place down 2 of these like that. And there's the walls for our shooting gallery. Alright, this one is going to sit right on the left edge. Well, if you look at the left edge of this block, it's right on the seam for the terrain there, the 2 terrain pieces we put down. Kind of centered on the building. So this is going to go here like that. Alright, and that is it for the blocks. Now we'll pick up our roof wedge. And I like the look of this because it does kind of match the western buildings. It's not too cartoony. It's a little bit subdued, which is good. Okay, so those are going to go on there like that. We're going to put this on here like this. And eventually we're going to put another roof wedge on here like that. But I'm going to hold off on that for right now. All right. The little rope railing here, we're going to bring this over, and I want to line this up with the edge of that wall like that. We're going to place 2 of them. We're going to go straight across and place 2 more. And originally I had this going all the way across, but I took out this middle section just to make it a little easier for players to shoot. Because sometimes with the shorter characters, or depending on what you're shooting with, that little rope gets in the way. And I didn't want that to happen. So this tells you where you need to stand, but yet leaves you space to be able to shoot. So that's good. And then Woody's Roundup Critters. We're going to put these right over here. Put these along there like that. We'll flip it around and put another set of them on the other side like that. Alright, there's our shooting gallery for the most part. I'm going to add the roof on when we're all done. Now for the logic. So for the Creativitoys, we're going to need 2 paths. I've already placed the sound generator out there, as you may have seen earlier. But this one we're going to go one little nudge off this corner to the right. That's where we're going to place the first one there, and it did not put me in point mode, so let me take out that thing and do this again. And now it put me in point mode. So little bugs I wish they had fixed, but what are you going to do? And then the next path is going to sit right up here like this. And if we look at the path properties, all of those properties are fine as they are, so you don't need to set any properties. So as I said, we have the sound generator, so I'm going to go ahead and change the properties to turn off 3D sound at speaker or locator. And then we're going to need a few other toys. So if we scroll to the right from the path in the Creativitoys drawer, we'll come to the target. We're going to need 2 of these. So we'll place them for right now right here. We'll need a object generator, and this is to give some kind of reward to the players for when they manage to shoot 10 targets. And I know you can go into the little packs and tools wheel and get to all of these things, but it's just kind of nice to have something to give them as a reward. And a lot of players don't realize they have access to all of those things anyway, so that's fine. And a couple more toys. We're going to need a counter. We'll put that right here. And actually, I think that's it. We already have the sound generator. Let's just bring that in so we have this handy. Okay. So we've already done the properties on this and on the paths, so let's look at the counter next. We're going to set the target count to 10. That's how many targets they have to hit. And we want to turn on reset when target is reached, and that'll save us a logic connection. That'll reset the target count to 0. And on the object generator, the default properties here are fine. Alright, so we'll connect the first target to the upper path, so we'll do a new path connection. And this will start moving immediately, and that's fine. Alright, so you gotta hit the button to open the logic menu right when it passes over your cursor there in Spark mode. So we're going to set the properties, and all of these are fine except movement style should be back and forth. And now that'll go back and forth. This one will connect up to the other path. And for this one, we're going to do the same thing. All the properties are fine, just the movement style needs to change. Alright, then we're going to do a new logic connection while we have this one frozen. When it is hit, we're going to come over to our counter, and we're going to increment the counter by 1. And a new logic connection when that target is hit come over to our sound generator because you're not going to really hear anything from standing back this far. And I kind of want it to sound like a shooting gallery. So we're going to play a sound. We're going to go under the general category and we're going to scroll down and look for the bell ring. And then we're going to make the same two connections for this target up here. So a new logic connection when hit. I'm going to increment the counter by 1. And a new logic connection when hit. We'll play the bell ring. And by the way, if you have trouble selecting these because it's moving a little too fast for you, you can change the speed on the path here in the path properties to something lower, like 50 or 30 or something. And that'll make those targets move a little bit slower so you can grab them. But I think that's a good speed, the 100, the default speed for playing the game. Alright, and the last connection on the counter, a new logic connection when the target is reached, so they've hit 10 shots. We come over to our object generator and select random. And there you go. The logic is ridiculously easy. And it's so easy that I'm not even going to give you a logic diagram for this one on my blog because I don't really need it. And that'll save me a little bit of time and effort. And then I'm going to move these toys down below the terrain to get them out of the way. Alright, now that the inside of our shooting gallery is done, let's finish off the building. So we will put our last little piece of roof on here. And we're going to use this little awning as a sign. If you flip it around, that kind of looks like a nice little sign. Since I don't have a sign that says Frontierland Shooting Gallery, we'll just kind of pretend that's our sign. We'll go to the basic blocks drawer and we're going to look for the large floor. We're going to use that for our roof. And we're going to place 3 of these like that. So that covers that up. And so there is our shooting gallery. And I think that turned out fairly well. Now we'll put a few extra decorations and plants around this. So going to the plants drawer, we're going to have this Fantasy Terrain 3, this large piece. And we're going to place this with the little sprig oriented that way. We're going to put this right here like that. And this piece we're going to sit in here. The right edge of this is right on the seam for those 2 blocks on the first floor of that building. Alright, and we're going to drop this about right here. And again, the exact placement of this doesn't really matter. And then I want to place one more of these buildings, or these trees over here. And we'll put it with the sprig, let's see, that way. And let me get the orientation of this right. If I can find my screen grab here. Alright, let's go back to the blocks drawer for a moment. I'm going to use this as a little spacer. So I'm going to drop this here. This is going to sit in here like that. Okay. And I will go ahead and leave this here for right now because we'll use that next time. But that's what we need. And then let's go ahead and style these trees because we're pretty much done now with this little area back here. So this one's going to be the Endor theme. Indoor terrain corner, and actually, I think that's the wrong piece. Now that I'm looking at this. Yeah. We're going to delete that. And I want to put the other one in. That's the one that's got to be in here. All right, indoor theme. Like that. This one will be the indoor theme as well. And this one as well. And this one back here should have been the indoor theme too. I made a mistake last time. If you like that though, you can keep it. I think it looks fine, but I'll put it the way I had it originally. That should also be the indoor theme. Just have another tall pine over there. And either one would be fine. That's what I had originally, so I'll leave it. And I think I actually like the Briar Ridge one better back here, but I'll leave it like that. Your choice to theme that any way you want. This one, though, needs to be the Briar Ridge theme. That's going to sit like that. And that just provides a little bit of background behind that. So that's really good. All right. Oops. Got stuck between those buildings. So now, we'll just start shooting. There's one. I do much better at this as the Lone Ranger. All right. And we get a cherry bomb this time. I don't really want to start lobbing this around and destroying buildings though, so I think I'll leave it. But that's it for the Frontierland Shooting Gallery. Next time we'll build the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and finish our western town here at the entrance to Frontierland. That's all for me today. Before you go, leave a comment and let me know what you think of the shooting gallery. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. All you have to do is click my photo in the lower right corner of this video. Have a great day.